All right, upper body neural charge body weight exercises, basically they revolve around one basic movement, and it's the Plyo PushUp. But we're going to do 7 different variations of that exercise, depending on what muscle group you want to hit. When we're talking about the nervous system, even the slightest variation can change the motor pattern slightly, so you can rotate through these exercises, and even though they're similar in out and look, they have a slightly different training effect. Now, the first one, which is the basic exercise that is like the foundation of all the other ones, is the Plyo PushUp. You're going to place your hands on the incline bench. So that's the incline Plyo PushUp. That's the basic core exercise. We like to do it from the incline because when we're doing these kind of exercises, speed is the most important thing. Like people will often try to do them from the floor, from a start, and they will maybe like raise 1 inch from the floor. They're not explosive. They think they are, they're not. To be able to do like a really good Plyo push-up from the floor that's explosive enough, you need to be able to bench press at least 1.25 times your body weight. Otherwise, you won't be able to project yourself high enough. So if you cannot bench press 1.25 times your body weight, you should always do your upper body projection work from an incline, from a bench. So you put your hands, you're gonna lower your chest down and project yourself as high as possible. Keep the important thing is not to use lower back kick. Okay. So you keep your glutes tight, abdominals tight, and this doesn't change at all. It's only this and this that pushes. Okay. Good. Here, your projection was good. Okay. One thing I would like you to focus on is don't spend that much time in the low position. Okay. In other words, as soon as you catch yourself in that low position, you project yourself back up. Okay. You want this high speed transition between the catching and the projection. Okay. The first rep, you go all the way down. The next 2 reps, or the next, depending on how many reps you have in a set, you can always go only to 90 degrees and project yourself. The goal is a quick transition between the absorption and the projection. Okay. So 3 reps. The first one is deep, the other one is 90 degrees, and project yourself as fast as possible. Yes, that's it. That's much better. These exercises, the thing that will get the nervous system firing is a quick catch. Okay. Don't absorb yourself, down. Like stick the landing and then project yourself. The speed at which you transfer from the reception to the projection is what's going to determine, choose or the affect the nervous system activation level. So that's what we want. So that's the incline Plyo push-up. Okay. The next version is going to be the closed grip incline Plyo push-up, which is the same movement, but you keep your hands closer. Okay. The width of the grip is not what really matters, it's the elbow position. Okay. In the regular push-up, 45 degrees, in a closed grip, you're slightly closer, but the elbow stays tucked in. But the same rule applies. Deep first rep and fast absorption on the next 2. That's it. Excellent. Good. So that's the incline closed grip Plyo push-up. Okay. Third variation is the diamond grip. A diamond grip, basically you create a diamond with your hands. Okay. So they're close together, but they're not touching. Okay. I would say probably like 4 inches. So 4 inches, open hand, here. And from there, it's the same movement. Okay. Deep on that first rep, and the next 2, quick absorption and quick release. Good. Those 3 are what I would call the 3 basic upper body weight only neural charge exercises. Most people can do this, and if that kind of bench doesn't allow them to be explosive enough, then we can always use like a higher surface. Okay. Or you can even, if somebody is really like not efficient, you can always just push yourself from the wall. That's the easiest version. One thing I don't want to see, all right, I'm going to demonstrate that because you're good, so you don't make any mistakes. One thing I don't want to see is people faking going high by bending their arms. Okay. People will want to try to like think they're explosive and they do this. That doesn't do anything. The goal is really to extend fully. Okay. Then quick reception. The next 3 ones are basically the same exercise we just did, but from the floor, which is a more advanced level exercise that you should not attempt unless you can bench press 1.25 times your body weight. So we're going to start with the floor plyo push-up. Regular grip. So same rule applies. First rep you go deep, then the next 2, quick absorption and quick release. Always remember that you want to avoid using a lower back. Some people will cheat and they want to go high, so they do this. Right? They kick with their lower back. That's like that's a rat move or something. Don't do that. Right? Oh, don't use your lower body. All right, same thing, close grip. Remember the thing with close grip, the important thing is to keep your elbows tucked in. If you're too close, you can't do that. So deep first rep, then 2 quick projections. That's it. I would go a bit deeper on the second and third rep, like 90 degrees. The key is go down to 90 degrees. This is where you catch yourself. So you land in that position. You don't land with your arm extended, then lower yourself, all right? You catch yourself in the 90 degrees position, then you project yourself. Yeah, exactly, good. The next upper body weight neural charge exercise is the diamond push-up from the floor. Diamond plyo push-up. So it's the same thing, but using a diamond grip. Project yourself fully on that first rep and you land with your elbows at 90 degrees on the next 2. That's good. Incline plyo push-up, incline close grip push-up, and incline diamond push-up is the level 1 of the upper body weight neural charge exercises. These are the easiest one, and most people will want to start with that. Level 2 is the same exercises from the floor, what you just did. Level 3 includes an absorption force. So you will start from a higher position and absorb your body and then project yourself. It's called a depth plyo push-up. You're going to start with your hands on the plates. The width of the plates is irrelevant. The important thing is that you have room to put your hands in the landing position between the plates. Then if you catch yourself wide, it doesn't matter.
So on every rep, I put my hands
Yes.
on the plate.
So you start with your hands on the plates. You let yourself drop down to the floor. You catch yourself with the elbows in a 90-degree position, and then immediately as you touch the ground, you project yourself back up. Exactly. Now on this one, since we're starting from a dead position, you can actually pause when you hit the plate. So you can rest between reps, because what happens is that if you try to be too fast with the set, it will end up being like this. You actually don't have that drop. So I prefer if you do the rep, you land, reset, do the second rep, reset, do the third rep. Exactly. Good. All right. Next exercise is a side-to-side push-up, plyo push-up. Basically, what you do is you put one hand on an elevated surface that's really stable, because if it slides, you might hit your head against it. The other arm is on the floor. You project you go straight down and you project yourself, and in midair you switch position. Do 2 reps per side. Always keep your glutes tight and abdominal tight. That's good. Excellent. The key point here is always, like with all form of plyo push-up, always absorb 90 degrees and don't fall down. With a whole body projection, it's exactly like a plyo push-up from the floor, but when you jump, you actually jump with your legs also. So the whole body will leave the floor. The goal is to have the whole body perpendicular to the floor when you're high. Let's see what it looks like, then I'm going to be able to correct it. Yeah, exactly. Hey, good. That's exactly that. No, that's actually probably one of the best exercise for a football player, because it actually works the rectus femoris and also the stabilization of the hip, so that you don't like swing your legs upward. So it's really good for improving running speed as much as punching power. So it's a really complete exercise. Obviously, all the movements from the bench, level 1. The basic movement from the floor, level 2. Plyo, depth, push-up, and side-to-side, level 3. And the whole body projection is a level 4. So that's the highest level you can go with the body weight, upper body weight neurocharge exercises.